Previously on Mack's G-Force.
Oh, the things I do for YouTube. This feels quite dangerous. I think that thing was trying to kill me. Look at this angle I can get of Megalodon there. Oh yeah, look at that. It sort of feels like it's trying to decapitate you. Tiki Waka. You're literally sitting on a sofa. I've heard these Intamin mega coasters really warm up throughout the day. This coaster is fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to head back over to that sort of Transylvania sort of style land to ride Vampire. And just to the right of Loop Guru is Vampire. This is a SLC by Vekoma. They're world renowned for being rough rides, but you know what? Who cares? It's a credit, and you know what? I think the layouts on them are actually really good fun. It's only the roughness that takes away from it. Yeah, they've got 5 inversions, these SLCs, and they're pretty forceful. So the one over in Energylandia called Mayan, that's a Vekoma SLC, and it's my favourite of the bunch because they've got the new vest restraints, which you know, makes it a really enjoyable ride because you don't get that horrible head banging. So yeah, either way, I'll let you know how Vampire differs from Mayan, and you know what? I'm going into it with an open mind. Hopefully it will be an enjoyable ride, but who knows? It is an SLC at the end of the day. Well, I've just got off my one ride there on Vampire, and you know what? I really enjoyed that. These SLCs, when you're going into the inversions, at the bottom of the inversions, you're getting loads of force that you really feel in the bottom of your feet. Yeah, they pull a load of G's. It is a bone-shaking ride, but if you, what I did, I sort of gripped onto the really bulky restraints. I sort of gripped on and sort of leant forwards into them, and you know, holding on for dear life, it mitigates some of the head banging there, and it allowed me to actually really quite enjoy the forces on this thing. Yeah, all 5 of those inversions are really good fun. Some of them, the transitions are a bit funny, and yeah, you get head banging, but you know what? For the amount of force it delivers, I actually do really quite enjoy Vampire. There's a reason there's so many Vekoma SLCs in the world. It's because they are really good rides. It is just a shame about the bulky restraints, really. And I have to say, the queue line for Vampire is fantastic. You're within the forest here. It's a brilliant setting for a queue line, and you're completely walking under this really menacing structure for the coaster. Yeah, it's a really well packaged SLC. Yeah, one of the best sort of settings for it that I've ever seen, really. I mean, look at these trees, absolutely stunning. So one of the things with Vampire, and I guess with all SLCs, is the near misses you get with your legs. I sat on the front row on this thing, so you completely see what's coming in front of you. And there's loads of near misses with the track. You really do feel like your feet are gonna crack against the supports. And on that point, my feet did actually hit a tree. I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. I think it was right there, that purple tree there, right at the top. The leaves whacked my feet, but it was very light, you know, well, it didn't hurt or anything. Yeah, they do need to cut down the bushes a bit on this ride. But yeah, you get some really good near miss moments on it. And you know what? Yeah, it's an SLC, but who cares? I did quite enjoy Vampire. And if I come back here to Walibi Belgium, I will be going on it again. So having just come off Vampire, a pretty good SLC, I'm now heading over to do that absolutely menacing looking Schwarzkopf shuttle loop. And by the way, if you've made it this far into the vlog, then please do be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free and it really helps out. And would you look at that? They've got pedalos on this little lake here. I mean, how chill does that look? And how cool does it look doing it on such a sunny and beautiful day like today? But I'm not going to do it because there's only one thing that I'm interested in today, and that is riding as many coasters as possible. And also, I'm just passing the rapids ride. This looks like a pretty good rapids ride, to be honest. Got a good wave there. I did see a lot of sort of water fountains on over there as well, so I think that one will get you pretty wet. But before I get on Turbine, I'm just passing Fun Pilot here. This is a pretty standard kiddie coaster really, but you know what? It's a kiddie credit and every credit counts. So I'm gonna ride it to boost my coaster credit count, and yeah, I'll let you know how Fun Pilot rides when I get off. And I've just got off my one ride there on Fun Pilot. You know what? I always look at those kiddie coasters and I think, meh. And then I ride it and they do actually have a little bit of speed to them. So it was good fun. Do you know what? I've just seen Pulsar running this water coaster there. And I'm really happy to see it running because I wasn't sure whether I'll be able to get on it today as it was closed earlier today. So yeah, I will definitely be going on that after I ride Turbine. Look at this. I think this looks so menacing, especially for someone that I've never done a Schwarzkopf shuttle looper. I'm quite excited for this. Yeah, my first ever Schwarzkopf shuttle loop, and it's only got a 15-minute wait. So I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. And I've just got off my one ride there on Turbine, and that was epic. Oh my gosh. So looking at this from the outside, I was kind of expecting it to be like a lift hill backward, like a backwards lift hill, which then drops you into a loop forwards and then does the same thing over here. But I was mistaken. So there's a big loop in that massive structure there, and basically you start off with a flywheel launch, and the launch was replaced by Gerstlauer in 2013, so it's not got the original Schwarzkopf launch. And that first launch is fantastic. What it does is it launches you into that loop forwards, and then you go all the way up this forward spike here, and then you go down it backwards. Dropping down that spike backwards is incredible. You go through a tunnel. I mean, the whole thing is a tunnel, but when you're exiting the tunnel, you've got like flashing lights, and yeah, it's one hell of an experience, this coaster. When I was like I think I was exiting the loop, So at the bottom of the loop, I got like serious grey out. I don't think I'm dehydrated, because dehydration, you know, increases your chance of greying out, which is where you've got loads of positive G's, you know, pushing the blood down from your brain, so you can sort of get a greyed out sort of vision. Yeah, I don't think I'm dehydrated, so that means, you know, that loop is really forceful. So there's tons of G-force on turbine, and absolutely brilliant roller coaster. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I mean, you probably can't get the scale of it on this video, but this building is massive, and yeah, it's a really menacing thing to look at. And I'm just making my way to Pulsar now. In that previous review that you just sort of turbine, I ended up walking in the wrong direction to Pulsar. I was like heading towards Kondaa. So I've turned around now. Yeah, this was closed earlier today. I'm really pleased it has reopened. Yeah, it's a Mack water coaster. Got to make sure I don't walk there. There's a big puddle there. That must be the splash zone. So I've never done one of these before. They've got a couple of them around the world now, but I think this was the first one in the world. So it's a prototype here at Walibi Belgium. You've got a turntable here, so you load into the boat in the station, and then the boat launches backwards up the speed hill, goes up that, then forwards, then backwards again, and then forwards, and the water fills up to slow the train down, and creates obviously a massive splash. So it's a really clever ride, and yeah, I look forward to reviewing it. And I have just got off my one ride there on Pulsar. I actually initially entered the single rider queue, and it was moving pretty slowly, and obviously the main queue was moving quite fast. So I thought, you know what, let's get out of the single rider and try the main queue. And that was a terrible decision. Basically, I ended up waiting like an extra 20 minutes or something. So that was annoying. But the thing is with single rider is you don't know whether it's going to cut down your time sometimes, because there's no guarantee it will be quicker. Hence why I was like, I might try out the main queue. Something that also made me decide that was they're not running a second train, so it's at limited capacity, but at least it's running, and I managed to get my final credit of the day. So I'm now 10 credits up, which is brilliant. So what did I think of Pulsar? This Mack Rides roller coaster, water coaster really, is awesome. So you've got an initial backwards launch. I mean, it sort of kicks in sort of halfway through the speed hill. So you know, it's quite fun getting that initial jolt of acceleration backwards. And then you go up, you just saw it now, you go up a little bit up this backward spike here, and then you go forwards again into the launch to give you enough momentum to get to pretty much the top of that spike. Then you go down backwards through the speed hill. At that point, you know, you're getting launched backwards through it. That is good fun. That gives you a good bit of airtime. And then you're going up backwards, up this backward spike, and you literally reach the top there. The highlights of the ride is going up that forward spike and sort of entering zero gravity as the train starts to slow. at the top and come back down again. Yeah, you're sort of slowly coming out of your seat, completely zero gravity. It's such a fun sensation. And then you get it again going up this backwards right at the top there. You get the strongest moment of zero gravity there, I believe. And that it is such a cool feeling, just floating out of your seat. I absolutely love it. And then you come down that drop into a splash, and my gosh, that splash, it looks incredible off ride. On ride, I was on the far right seat, so you've got rows of 4. I was sitting on the outside on the right, in the middle of the train. I was expecting to get pretty wet on this thing by the size of that wave, but no, you don't get that wet on this, at least from where I rode it. So yeah, overall, Pulsar, it is an incredible roller coaster, and yeah, I absolutely love it. Now, just behind me is that drop tower I saw earlier today. It's an Intamin drop tower. It's got a drop of 253 feet. I mean, I was looking at it, I thought, you know, I don't really want to go on this, but I've been looking at it all day, and I don't know, I feel like I want to work myself up to go on it. It would be the tallest drop tower I will have ever done, so you know what, I'm going to head over there now and I'm going to give it a try. Well, I've made my way over to Dalton Terra now. I have to say, look, when I was afraid of coasters, it was the stomach drop feeling alone that I was scared of. Only 3 years ago, I wouldn't go on any roller coaster or anything with a drop, because you get those horrible butterflies in your stomach, and I was really scared of that. I really didn't enjoy it. But you know, 3 years ago, I went to Thorpe Park and I overcame that fear on roller coasters. The thing is, I'm still scared of drop towers. So when I'm at the top, I'm petrified. And when I'm falling, I get that stomach drop feeling. And yeah, it's, you know, they're not my favourite, let's just say that. So normally I skip on them. Oh, I'm going to give it a go. I'll see how it rides. I'll try and record my audio as well, because these things, you get my true scream on drop towers. So I'll try and record that for you, so you can enjoy my terror on the Dalton Terra. So yeah, I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. Okay, I've just got off the Dalton Terra. Hopefully that came out all right, the video there. What I will have done is I will have taken an off-ride shot of it and overlaid my audio. Honestly, my hands are still somewhat shaking and my legs feel a bit wobbly from that. To be honest, I might have to sit down, because I still find drop towers so terrifying, and that was the tallest one I've ever done. So what did I think of it? Well, I purposefully put my hands up. I don't know whether that makes it better or worse in terms of scariness, but you know what? When I was going up, I was somewhat distracted by the brilliant view I got of Kondaa, because I was put on that drop tower there, because basically it's not one drop tower with one gondola. There's several gondolas on it. And so depending on which one you're in, obviously differs from the view you're going to get. So yeah, the amazing view of Kondaa somewhat distracted me from the fear a little bit, but I was still absolutely petrified up there, and coming down, it was absolutely terrifying. It's obviously the most intense drop tower I've ever done in terms of force as well. Like, you can really feel it. You're in free fall for a good few seconds there until those brakes kick in right towards the bottom. If you're into drop towers, it's a really, really good, fun ride. But for me, it's a little bit terrifying. There you go, I tried it. Like I said, I'm willing to do drop towers. if I have to. And you know what, it really enticed me looking at it all day and it being the tallest drop tower I will have ever done, and I've done it, so there you go. Now I'm going to head over to do Kondaa. I mean, I've not been on it since this morning, so I'm really excited for that, and it's not too far away either. So yeah, hopefully it's not built up that long of a line. They've got a single ride line over there, so I'm just going to get a few good re-rides on it. And yeah, I mean, the Dalton Tower, it's probably, well, for me at least, it's the most thrilling ride and the most extreme ride in the park. And I've been on quite a few extreme roller coasters now, and not much really scares me in terms of roller coasters, which, you know, is, I don't know, it's got its pros and its cons. It means I can go on anything when it's a roller coaster, but you know, I'll never forget riding like Hyperia for the first time. It did feel different back then when it was my first time doing these extreme coasters. But drop towers, they still terrify me. So that's something that still does scare me. So yeah, if you are afraid of roller coasters, I made a whole video explaining how I overcame my fear of that stomach drop feeling. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you haven't already. It was actually my first ever YouTube video, so I thought I'd make it to sort of describe how I became the enthusiast that I am today. But yeah, I'm still overcoming that fear of drop towers. And look at this, I've made my way over to Kondaa now. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm excited for this. I've like teased myself all day by getting like all the other credits in, so you know, I've not ridden it in ages, and yeah, it should have really warmed up by now. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it differs from my rides this morning. I am very excited for this. I've just got off my third ride there on Kondaa, which means I've ridden it 5 times in total today. Yeah, it's warmed up. It is hauling round that track. It's so, look, what it is the contrast between the air time and the positive G-force is massive. You've got insane ejector coming down that drop, then you go into a really forceful valley, and then a really strong ejector airtime hill, and then the rest of the layout keeps up that trend of just airtime and positive G's you know, at the bottom of those turns. I absolutely love the third element of the ride. You've got an outer banked turn there, literally just like the one on Steel Vengeance. It's that type of element. So you're getting sideways airtime, you're getting pinned like into your lap bar, like upwards. Like it's ridiculous. And that Cobra roll remains really good fun, getting whipped out of your seat, entering it and exiting it. And then you go into this really quite unique element where it's like a sideways airtime hill, where you're completely 90 degrees and you're getting floater airtime. So you're floating out of your seat while sideways. It is a really cool feeling. The lap bars on it are really comfortable, really freeing. They're the Intamin lap bars, the new generation. Intamin lap bars. They're incredible, and it makes this literally one of my favourite roller coasters in all of Europe. I can say that for sure. It's worth the trip alone to Walibi Belgium to ride this thing. It really is amazing, and yeah, I'm just going to keep going round until the day ends now. And I have just had what in total is my 6th ride on Kondaa of the day, and it was on the front row. I waited in the main queue line for about 15 minutes to be able to request to sit on the front row, and yeah, it was amazing. Sitting on the front is obviously a different experience to that of the back and on the mid-train, not only because you get amazing views, but when you're further forward on the train, you're getting pushed up into those hills, and it means that you're getting ejector airtime at the start of the hills, whereas when you're sitting on towards the back row, you're getting whipped out of your seat sort of near the top, but sort of towards the fronter end of the hill. So it was great having a different ride experience there on the front row, and just taking in the views and being able to see where the train is going is always really good fun. And this is a really good front row ride as well. You still get just as good airtime, it's just in different spots. And sure, the first drop isn't as good in terms of airtime when you're on the front row. Overall, Kondaa is an incredible roller coaster, and I'm really happy I came to Walibi Belgium to ride it, as well as their whole other selection of coasters. They've got a really good lineup, this park. Yeah, I've had a really good day today. Intamin need to sell more of these mega coasters and put them around the world, and even their hyper coasters like Hyperion at Energylandia. If you watch that vlog, you'll know that that is one of my all-time favourite roller coasters in the world. I'm really impressed with these newer generation Intamin roller coasters. They're smashing it out of the park. Intamin are doing a really good job with these new gen coasters. This mega coaster, Hyperion over in Energylandia, and I very much look forward to riding Tutatis over in Park Asterix when I get over there at some point. That is meant to be one of the best coasters in Europe. And yeah, Kondaa is well up there with my favourite coasters, not only in Europe, but in the world. It's well up there in my rankings. And the brilliant thing with Kondaa is, early in the morning, it was only running one train, which obviously isn't good for operations, but later in the day, they added a second train, and just there, it was running on 2 trains. So the queue was moving very fast. One of the disappointing things is they closed the ride at 5:50. So I had my last ride there, and I had an amazing ride there. Just look, oh, I absolutely love it. So yeah, I had my last ride on that front row, and then I thought, oh, I've got 10 minutes, I'm going to run round again. To which there was a security guard placed there, and he signalled that I couldn't get on it, which was a shame. But you know what, I've been on it 6 times today, that's fine. But that's something to keep note of if you are coming to Walibi Belgium. They did close it at 5:50, which is a bit naughty because the park closes at 6 PM. So in every other park I've been to around the world, the queues stop at that time. Other than Hyperion at one point when it was getting so busy that they had to close them early. But they let us know about that. But anyway, yeah, Kondaa is incredible nonetheless. And I have to say, the restraints on Kondaa, not only are they comfy, but they're crazy as well, because in the station, after your ride, when you're just about to get off, the restraints, they don't pop up, they like eject up, like violently. It's just ridiculous. I've never seen a coaster like it. And that is my day here at Walibi Belgium over. I've had an incredible day today, from riding all 10 roller coasters in the park to even getting on the tallest drop tower I have ever ridden. yeah, that was just ridiculous. So tonight I've got a big drive ahead of me now. I'm driving up to Holland. I'm going to check into my hotel not far from Walibi, Holland. Who would have thought it? So yeah, I'm going to head up to Walibi, Holland tomorrow, and I'll be bringing that to you in the form of a full day vlog like today. So yeah, if you enjoyed this one, then please do be sure to check that vlog out when it comes out. And if you've got this far into the video, then please do be sure, if you haven't already, to smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps out. And if you hit that notification bell as well, you'll be the first to receive my Walibi Holland vlog. So be sure to do that too. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I read all of your comments, and yeah, any interactions you have with the channel is greatly appreciated. So, my name is Max Grindon, and this has been Max G-Force. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Oh, and if you've made it all the way to the end of the video and you still haven't hit that like button, you've still got time to do it now. It really helps out, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel too for more videos like this. Also, I'd love to hear all your comments down in the comment section below. I read every single one of them.